Yeah, guys. So today we will be starting with the three-dimensional arrays. So we are revising the thing that we have covered in a two-dimensional thing. So this means A0113 is the value at 0th row and first and second column. Here it comes to value that is 0, 2, the value that is at 02, that same as 112 line number. So that was the thing that we have been discussing yesterday. We have been hovering around that only. So today we will be going with the three-dimensional arrays. So if I'll say three-dimensional array, it is, so let me give you a simple example. So the example which I have told you, the images that are being stored, the images that we talk about are being stored into a format of a 3D array. I'll talk it about later. So I'll say I'll first start it, then I'll tell you where it is being used. A is equal to np dot array. I'll say whenever we need to specify three-dimensional array, I need to say 3 bracket start, 3 bracket end. One is say 10, 20. Okay. Then it comes as comma second array. That comes to say 30, 40. Just give me a second. It has 3 brackets, 10, 20. Then it comes to 30, 40. Yeah. Then it comes to say 3, 60. Okay. Okay, let me say brackets 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 2 brackets, and I'll say like this. I'll say A. It will be a, so now it is a coming as a, so how to make it? So let me tell you. And we create a comma here, and I'll say this is the one first axis that we have made. I will make a second axis. That is say P comma T. Then I say
So earlier we have made 2D array.
yeah,
So here,
yeah. So it's a,
Sir, it's a 3D array, na?
just give me a second, guys. Somebody is calling. Just give me a second. Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, what was the question?
Sir, int 130 is a three-dimensional array, na?
So yeah, let me complete it. Then your question will automatically be answered. Let me complete it. Then your question will be answered. Yeah. So I made some mistake here, I guess. In
Sir, in 120, 130, you forgot to keep under square bracket, basically.
okay. Yeah, this bracket, and this will end as this bracket. Yeah. Yeah. So guys, as you see here, so the earlier question that you had, whether the first one is a three-dimensional array or not. So let me tell you guys the concept behind it. So the thing is, it is basically this array is known as a three-dimensional array. Why it is known as three-dimensional array? Because okay, let me tell you the concept behind it as well. So it's basically some of the concepts which I've been telling you guys. So the thing is, let's example. So I'll come to this. Let's example, when you clicked an image, so you clicked on picture with your cell phone. Say there are two options that you have. One is a black and white image, and second is a colored image. So when you click on a when you actually click a black and white image, so the way it is being stored into your like into your computer, or basically when we work on a machine learning kind of algorithm, the way it is being stored is like this, the one which I have been highlighting. With me?
So could you repeat?
Okay, so the one that I have highlighted right now, are you able to see it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this particular format is the format where your black and white image is being stored. So the way you click a black and white image, and in case you convert it into a digital format with the help of with the help of Python or anything, then the way it is stored is like this. With me, a black and white image. Okay, this is a, so let me tell you, this is a two-dimensional array in a three-dimensional format. Or you can say it, these are the two layers of a 3D format kind of a thing that is being stored here. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now, yeah.
Sir, how do we say that it is a 2D or a 3D format?
So the thing is, when it has three brackets with whom it has been starting with, you see,
Yes, it's starting three brackets, I see, sir.
it has a capacity to store three dimensions in it, three layers in it.
Okay.
Okay. If it is being starting with two brackets, then it is a two-dimensional array. So okay, let me tell you. So if you would have started it with two dimensions, two brackets, then this is the way how it is being stored when it comes to a black and white image. With me?
So the highlighted part is a 3D array.
It's a three-dimensional array. But in case you remove one bracket from beginning and one bracket from the end, it is a two-dimensional array.
Okay.
Then the way the black and white image is being stored is the way that has been given. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Uh,
Just
sir-
yeah, please.
But the black and white image is stored in 3D array as a form of 2D array, is what
No,
you're
no, no,
saying.
no. Black and white image is being stored in a 2D array. So just forget the third bracket. Just remove the one bracket from the beginning and one bracket from the end. It will be a
Okay.
2D array, and the black and white images are being stored in this 2D array kind of format.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Now coming to the second part, this one. This is a three-dimensional array. When we say three-dimensional array, this means the colored image that you store is basically a three-dimensional array, because any of the colored image has three colors basically. One is RGB, red, green, and blue. Every colored image has been categorized into a RGB format. So one axis will store R, second axis will store G, third axis will store B. The pixels of red, green, and blue. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir. So we will be also storing the location along with them, or
No, no.
like.
So the thing is, so let's example,
Uh-huh.
we have 500 images of cats and dogs. Okay.
Okay.
Now we have been giving a task to machine. We have given around 200 images to the machine, with the help of which I trained the machine whether this image is of a cat or a dog. Let's example.
Mhm.
Okay. And with the rest 300 images, I want to predict whether this image is of a cat or a dog. So the thing on which the Google Lens works on, like Google Lens was there, which was working. You click a picture of any of the image, and Google Lens will identify similar picture of that type if you scroll your phone here and there. So the thing is here as well. So first, what it will do, if it is a say colored image, it will convert it into a three-dimensional array on the backend. If it is a colored image, it will convert it into a three-dimensional array. One is of R, one dimension is R, second dimension is G, and third dimension is B. Red, green, blue. What is the picture intensity of red is being stored in the first axis. What is the picture
Okay.
intensity of green is being stored in second axis. What is the picture intensity of blue is being stored in third
Third
axis.
axis.
Yeah, this is a way how so now when you have given the images of cats and dogs, so this what system will do, so when you apply an algorithm called CNN, that is convolution neural network, what it does is, so there you don't need to provide like the features and all the thing. It automatically converts the image into a this kind of a format.
Okay.
Okay, and this is the way it stores it.
Okay.
With respect to memory location, I'm not saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying like how the CNN or the deep learning algorithms will work on how they treat these images as. So these images are being treated as a three-dimensional images with a picture intensity of red, green, and blue. And when it comes to black and white image, they are being stored into a 2D array. When I say 2D array, it is basically like the
Monochrome.
same format, yeah, that we have seen. That is white and
Hello,
black.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, if in Python we are having concept of 2D array, then why we are using this two layers in 3D array for detecting any black and white pictures?
So no. Yeah, you're getting me wrong. So I'm not saying that if the black and white image is stored, it will not be stored in a 3D array. So I also mentioned remove the two brackets. If it is a 2D array, then this black and white image is being stored in a 2D array kind of a format. So the format which I have just mentioned just before this of a three-dimensional array which has two axes, just remove two brackets from there. It will be a 2D array, and black and white images will be stored in a 2D two-dimensional format. So that's the thing which I mentioned.
Okay.
Okay. Now another thing on which I've been coming on, this three-dimensional array So when we work on the deep learning algorithms like CNN, LSTM, RNN, which basically CNN is more capable of handling images. So what normally happens is, so every image that is being made is of 28 into 28 into 28. So every matrix has 28 elements. For every image, this matrix which I have made is of how many elements? It's how many
Two.
rows? 3 rows, 2 columns. 3 by 2, 3 by 2, 3 by 2. Every axis is 3 by 2. No, sorry, every axis is, yeah, if I'll talk about every axis, it has 3 rows and 2 columns. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Yeah, but when we store any image with RGB format, it is 28 by 28, 28 by 28, 28 by 28, which comes to around somewhere around thousands of elements in it. Okay, so now the thing is, see how big this NP array will be when a RGB kind of image is being stored. So this is a thing that normally happens with a bigger RGB kind of an image. Are you guys with me?
Sir, every axis stores 28 cross 28
Yes,
matrix.
28 rows and 28 columns. Every dimension stores 28 into 28. So red color, if it is being bifurcated, it is being bifurcated into a 28 rows, 28 columns, like this 28 by 28 first axis, 28 by 28 second axis, 28 by 28 third axis.
Repeat it. It's very
So,
Yes,
so
sir. Little
okay.
bit.
So let's example, I click your image, I click your picture, and I put it into a colored picture, and I put it into a system. So system will convert it into a 3D array. Okay, guys, 3-dimensional array.
Hmm.
The way that is being reflected here. So the every array that we have is of every array. The axis of every array is 3 by 2, 3 rows and 2 columns. But
The
when
axis of
3 rows and 2 columns. So this one, if you'll see, this axis is 3 rows, 2 columns.
Hmm.
Second axis is of 3 rows, 2 columns. Third axis is again of 3 rows and 2 columns.
Yes, sir.
So every axis of this 3D array, every dimension of this 3D array is of 3 rows, 2 columns. Are we aligned?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir,
So
this I
can you
understood.
just tell, sir, what each elements are representing?
So each element where,
Uh,
like in this,
like 70, 80 or 80, 90, what they are specifically?
so if I say 70, 80, this is a row in each dimension. So in this scenario, now 3 matrices have been made within a single matrix.
Okay, so sir, like all the 3 represent each color, like RGB.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
one might be
So
the
they,
value of
yeah.
intensity of the color, or one, and the other one will be the location, like
No,
where
no,
the
no, 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 no,
pixel-
no, no. So this is the intensity. So let's example, this is the intensity of red color in the
Okay.
picture.
Okay.
This is the intensity of green color. This is the intensity of blue color.
So when you say intensity, sir, can you please explain what it means, like how it is converted?
Pixel. So the thing is, pixel. The thing is, if you use your camera, you say it's 8 megapixel, it's 10 megapixel, 20 megapixel. What does it mean?
like how many
Each images are constituted of pixels.
Pixels. So these are
Yes.
pixels. So these are not pixels, but when this RGB kind of image is being stored,
Hmm.
the red color has how many of the pixels intensity. So
the brightness of the color?
yeah, brightness and number of things will come into the consideration. So that represents the red color in the picture. The second part will represent the blue color in the picture. The third part will represent red one, second is green, and third one is the blue part in the picture. So the picture that you have clicked is being segregated into RGB into every dimension being 28 rows, 28 columns, 28 rows, 28 columns, and 28 rows, 28 columns. Are you guys with me?
So then
Yes,
a huge matrix will be formed.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing which I mean. It is for a single image, a huge matrix is being formed. So when, say, let's example, you pass 10,000 images and you want to identify whether the next image is of a cat or a dog, then you can think of how big the matrices that are being converted on the backend. So that's why whenever we work on a deep learning problem, we normally say that we will be requiring a system which is GPU enabled, which would have the higher configurations, the RAM, the higher memory, and all the things. GPU is graphical. What is the full form of GPU? Graphical processing unit. Okay, which will have the capacity to identify or to work more on the graphics and the colors. So that's the thing that normally comes when we work on our GPU enabled system. Are you guys with me?
So the normal laptop will not work on deep learning algorithms.
It can work on the deep learning algorithms, but we can work on any of the test case with the black and white image or with the colored image as well, but the capability will be low. So we won't be able to. So let's example, we can practice it, we can work on it, but let's say the application where you are trying to work for your company, then the accuracy and all the things, the amount of capability it can work on, the amount of accuracy your model will give on will be on stake.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
yes.
Yeah. So let me tell you more on this. So if let's example I say A0, what will come now? This matrix. Okay, the first dimension. So I'll say A0, again 0. Then what will come? Anybody, any guess?
0th row of 0
But-
dimension.
Yeah,
10, 20.
10,
10,
20.
10 and 20. If I'll say A0, 0, and again 0, it will come
becomes
as a
10.
value 10. Okay. So now in a similar format, now if I need to select the
Mhm.
first dimension, if I'll say A0, comma, if I'll say A0, but it will be the entire first dimension. Okay. If I'll say this, I'll say 1. It will give me value 20, 40, and 60. It will say A0 will select all the elements 10, 20, 30, 40. Then I said all the values and first column. If I'll say, okay, just give me A0, comma 0, comma 0. It will give me the value 10. But if I'll say A0, comma all, comma 0. It will give me value 10, 30, and 50. Then what does this mean? Can anybody tell me?
All values.
All values with respect to what?
Zeroth column.
Zeroth column.
Sir, in first dimension, it will all select all the first columns. And 30 and 50.
So here,
all the rows.
so here it will say that here, so it is basically a three-dimensional thing that I'll be passing. So let me tell you, if I'll say A, and I'll say, here I'll say 1 to all. And here I'll say 0 to 2. And here I'll say 0 to 2, that example. Then this, here we have been talking about 3 dimensions. Okay. So for, if I'll say 1, this means, if I'll say like this only, sorry, if I'll need to specify this. So this will say, I'll say first dimension. This is the first dimension. So the entire, this is the first, if I'll say A, then this is the 0 dimension. This is the first dimension, and this is the second dimension. Okay. Now, when I said A1, which means I'm saying starting from first till the end, all dimensions it will be selected. So it has selected all the dimensions, and within these dimensions, whatever rows and columns we want to select, it will select. So similarly here as well, for the selected dimension, 0 dimension, how many rows? That is all rows and 0th column. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Anybody,
No,
any
sir.
doubt? Okay.
No, could you repeat? It's
Okay.
confusing.
Okay.
Sir, can you explain int 144?
Yeah, I'm going that one. So if I'll say A, I'll say 0, but will be the output.
First
The
dimension.
first
First
dimension.
dimension.
10,
First
20,
dimension.
30, 40, 50, 60.
Hmm.
If I'll say
Yes.
0 and all, this means, okay, this means A dimension, comma, row, comma, column. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if I'll
So
say,
the dimensional will be used for changing the channel of the color.
yeah,
Like
you're
we
right.
have to switch between red, green, or blue, and then we
Yeah.
can access the color.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Sir, you mean the first dimension, comma, row is the column, right?
The first dimension is this.
Yes.
This. Then I say how many rows of this first dimension that has been selected and how many columns of this dimension that has been selected.
Okay, sir, but
If I'll say 0, this means the first dimension has been selected, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, all rows, and I'll say first column. This will give me the value that is this. So all rows, I said all rows. So all rows have been selected. Then I said first column. What is the first column? That is
20,
20, 40, 60. 20, 40, 60 that came. Are with me?
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you once go to input 144? Can you explain this, sir?
Yeah. So here when I said 1, to all. This means how many dimensions will be selected? 1 to end,
Yes.
that is first and second.
First and second.
And I said all rows and all columns of that. Then it is giving me like the entire thing. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So now the thing is, same is a thing that is being applied here. So if I'll say, yeah,
So we have like A 0, colon, 0. You have told it earlier.
which one?
A earlier A 0, colon, 0.
Yeah, so what it will do?
So it means it will select the first dimension, all rows
Uh-huh.
and 0 column.
Zeroth
Hello.
column. Yeah,
Yeah, 0th column.
yeah, you're
Okay.
right.
Okay.
So when we say a dot flatten, it will convert it into a single NP dot array without any dimension, a single dimension.
So it means it will come 2D, it will convert the first and the second dimension also into the first one combined.
It will convert it into a one dimensional array for all the 3 dimensions that we have.
Okay, okay.
Okay, guys, anybody any doubt on this NumPy array that we have seen? So there are many functions with respect to this. So like there are many things that are but these are the basics of NumPy arrays. So let me save this so that you will have the access for
Yes.
this. I'll say download as say PDF. I'll say, or I'll say NumPy. Yeah, 37 is IPYNB. Okay, so let me open a new Jupyter notebook now. Okay.
Can you show the last line that you?
Can I proceed?
1 minute, sir.
Yeah, sure, sure. Take your time.
Hello, sir.
So line 147, I'm not getting the output.
Which one?
Line
147.
147.
So here it says 0th dimension. That is this one. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
0 dimension. And then I said all rows. Rows are all rows 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Then I said first column. First column is 20, 40, 60. It gave me 20, 40, 60.
Oh, but I'm not getting the output.
If I'll say this, and if I'll say I have to select all rows and first column, what will be the value that will come from here? If I'll say I need to select all rows out of it and only first column, then what will be the value that will come out? Are you getting what I've been trying to say?
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you show me how did you declare A once?
This.
Yeah. Got it, sir. Yeah, sir.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So now,
Sir, can you do 1 2 into 145? Okay, can you go a bit down, sir, please? Okay, sir, thank you.
okay. So I
Fine,
will
sir.
open. Yeah. So can I start with the new notebook for the new things that we have
Yes,
been
sir.
working on?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Because this will also involve.
Sir, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. So let me tell you. When we work on functions in Python, the way that we have been discussing, so there are basically three functions that are always used. Three functions that are basically used. These are the inbuilt functions. So one is map, second is apply, and third is reduce. Apart from that, there are many functions like filter, uh, and many more things. So I'll say map, filter, reduce, and I'll say filter as well. I'll cover. Okay, guys. So let me tell you. So all. So the thing is, what is the function of? So let me tell you what this function is and how this function works. So when I say map basically iterates through every item and executes a function over it. I'll tell you. Don't worry if you're not fine with the statement, I'll tell you. So if I'll say so apply and check. Okay. Now thing is, if we have a say any of the problem which we can think of, or I'll say names. I'll take any 4 names from the class. So I'll say Ajinkya, Bhavin, I'll say Harshal and Harshada. Okay. Harshal and I'll say Harshda. Harshda. Okay, I've taken these 4 names. Okay, and I make a function. Let's example, I make a small function over here that is def begin. I'll pass a value s here and I'll say return s 0 is equal to say H. So it will return true if the name starts with H. Let's example. Else it will return false. So this is one of the functions that I have made. Okay. Now I'll say, are you guys fine till now? But I have been doing.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now what
Yes, sir.
I'll say ABC is equal to map. Now I want to apply this function begin to all the names I have. I'll say begin. Okay, it's return. Begin, comma, where I want to apply, I'll say names. I'll say shifted. Now if I'll say ABC, it will give a map object. So the way it has been made, it will give a object. It will give an object of map type, which means at this location, the map kind of a thing. But in case if I want to print it, I'll say every time print list map, or I can simply say type. Okay, list. I'll say
Will
print.
it be ABC?
Oh, sorry. So it said false, false, true, and true. Okay, this means this map has a capability to apply a function to each and every element of a iterator that we have mentioned. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Anybody any question?
Could you repeat?
Okay, so the thing is, what I have done. So the thing is, okay, let me tell you again. So I have made a function that is begin. So I have taken a list. So now what I have been doing is I have been applying this function map on every element of this list. So if I would have used, say, begin, and I say names, it will give me only the first value, false, or any of the value with which it has been applied. Okay, but I actually want this begin to be applicable on every element of list. So that's why I need to use map. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No.
Okay. So so let's example.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, I have a little doubt in function code, sir.
Uh-huh.
Sir, while we have returned as 0 equals to h, sir, then why are we not equating like that? Suppose if we have stored this return value into some variable, and if we have to equate, and then we print the output, sir, how come it is taking the return and running the code successfully?
Because the thing is, I said return S0. If I'll say, okay, first let me clear the doubt which somebody has, which has not, like who has not got this function. Then I'll come to it. Okay.
Okay.
So the thing is, when I said names, so now whenever the function is, let's example, this is the function I have made. Okay. Now, if I'll say shift, if I name it begin one, let's example. Okay, and I'll say shift enter. Now if I'll say begin one, what's a good name? Anybody can? Sorry, come again. FSE.
Sheetal.
Sheetal. Okay.
Yeah.
Sheetal. Okay. If I'll say it will say false. It will not start. But in case I need to pass, say Sheetal, comma Priya. Let's example. And can I do I have the capability to pass this entire list to this begin function?
No, sir.
No.
It will say false. If I'll say instead of Priya is a, let's example, then also it will say false only, even if the Harshita starts from H. So to apply this to entire iterable, this iterable can be anything, list, tuple, or anything. We
Sir,
actually need a map function.
Sir, if we are directly passing the list,
Can't
so it
we-
is only taking the first element, right?
Yeah, it will take the first
So
element.
if we pass Harshita first, like the
Yeah, we
array
can
will provide it.
see.
So
We
then
can
it will.
see. We can. Yeah, we can see. We can see. Then also it will say false
Why?
because it does not have capability to,
Okay, it
because
cannot pass it.
yeah, it cannot parse it. So the thing is, so this thing, say when I mentioned S, okay, I asked it for an element to be applied. It will
Okay.
work on an element,
Okay, for a single element.
single element. See the way I have parsed it here. So if I'll pass Harshita here, it will say true because it is a capability to pass it on a single element. That is
Okay, so it is
Harshita,
taking
right?
the first character of the of that element.
Yeah, it is taking the entire Harshita and it says S0. The zeroth
First
element
character.
of this string is H, then it is saying true, else it is saying false. Okay. Now the thing is,
So
when I
what if we pass only H in the 10th line?
yeah, so then also it will
Sir,
say
no, sir, in the next one. Yes.
here,
Right.
then also it will be also.
Said,
Yeah, just give me a
the
second.
function name is
It is taking
begin
the
one,
first
right?
element, right? So
Yeah,
Begin
it will work.
one. The function name is begin one, right, sir?
Oh, sorry.
We have read.
Yeah, both of the same things. I'll say begin one. It is saying true. If I'll say H, comma S, it will say true. If I'll
Okay,
say
if we place S in the first place, then it will not work.
yeah. But the work or the target that we have been working on is not
Yes,
solved.
sir. It is not working on each element.
Yeah, it is not working on each element. So the thing which we have been working on. So
Sir,
yeah.
sir, I have doubts, sir. So
Yeah.
why it is not showing the error? Because we are passing only one. We have passed in the function only one argument, and here it is passing two arguments, sir, S and S.
So the thing is, when we say this list, this list is a single kind of a thing that is being passed. So it comes to the first element and it does not goes to the second element. So and it basically works on this first value that comes into it. Is considering list as an argument here. But if this list has multiple arguments within, multiple values within it, and we want to apply this function to these multiple values, then we use apply.
So can we do this with a for loop?
Yeah. So this we can do this with the for loop anytime, but this map is an embedded function which is being made on this. The for loop will take a higher amount of time, one, when it comes to a bigger data, but this map is an inbuilt function of a Python which will execute the same thing. One is for loop you have been making, second is for loop you will be executing. It will take a higher amount of time, higher amount of like the memory. But when we work on map, it is an inbuilt function in Python that provides you a ready to work on kind of a things. We can create our own lists with the Python core. Then also we use ls, list and a square bracket, because it is a functionality which Python has provided us. So here the map is also a functionality which Python has. So these are some of the inbuilt functions that are commonly used.
Sir,
Mhm.
so list and map works as the same way, but the map takes very less time when compared to for loop, right?
Yeah, so in case you need to traverse a list, then you can use a for loop as well. Okay,
I'm not getting, sir.
so in case you need to work on list, say what is a list here?
Sir, actually, I'm
Say,
not understanding the function itself, sir. I told you the earlier
yeah,
problem.
tell me what was the problem? What is the problem in function?
Yes, sir. Actually, what I'm thinking is that we are only passing one argument and how it is taking the two arguments, sir. Actually, that is my main problem.
So this list, when we say this list
Yes,
itself is a single argument,
which
but
is
within which is
S,
no
which
no.
one S.
If I say ls is equal to, okay, now this ls is an argument only if it is being passed, but this ls within, so if I'll say ls is equal to this ls1 is a argument, is a list. If I'll say ls1 0, then it will come to 1 2 3. If I'll say ls1 0 0, then it will become as 1. So the thing is, it is the deep dive value of ls1. So this ls1 is being considered as a single list initially. Then this ls1 has different elements within it. One is the 0th element is 1 2 3. The first element is 4 5 6. So in this way, this ls1 has a different lists in it, within it, and within these has elements. So when we pass, so if I'll pass ls1, it will say false. The thing is, it if I'll pass two elements, say then it will give an error, because here it's a begin takes one argument but two are given, but this entire list is being considered as a single element and it automatically picks the first element of this list.
And sir, had we taken this Harshita and Sonali in a list, then also the error would be the same.
No, because this list is a single kind of, if it is being passed, this list is being passed, this is being passed as a single argument. So then the problem of argument will not come, but it will not work correctly because it has a capability. So if you have a capability to say teach one student, okay, if in a group, the thing is 4 students are logging with a single ID, as example, then you are seeing one person only. You will be teaching the person who has been logged in with say name Amrish, that's example, but you don't know, like the four students are there who are being taking the coaching on behalf of one. But in case the 4 students will come, Amrish 1, Amrish 2, Amrish 3, then you won't be able to teach, because here in this example, you are the previous example which I have taken, the entire list is being passed as a single argument, but it will take the first one, and in some of the scenario it is working, in some of the scenario it is not working. So it will take a first one, and the entire list, if it is being passed, it will not prompt an error, because argument wise we are passing a single argument only. But when we are passing 2 values in it, we are passing 2 arguments. So that's the thing how the system works. So that's the thing I mentioned you. ls1 has 2 lists within it, has 3 lists within it, but this ls1 will be considered as a single list only. All the elements are considered as a sub elements.
But its first content only will be considered for argument for
Yeah. Even for that as well, suppose scenario it is working, in case of character it is working, in case of other thing it is not working. If I'm not sure about that, how it is actually considering the elements, but
Okay.
the thing is it is taking the entire list as an argument, because entire list is a combination and it is being passed into a bulk kind of. So let's say example, you are going to airport and you have been asked that a single bag is allowed. Okay, now you have two things in your hand. One is your bag and second is your tiffin box. When you put your bag, you are not allowed to put this tiffin as extra baggage. What you do, you put this tiffin into the bag, you zip the bag and you put it. So this will be considered as a single bag. But if you take two items out of it, these will be considered two elements. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yes, sir.
So now this is the inbuilt function, that is map. This is map. Yeah.
Sir,
Map. Yeah.
sir, what the map is doing, sir? What I'm not
So map has a capability to take every element in a list, which is an iterable, every element in a list, and pass it to the a function one by one and get the output again stored in a list kind of a form. Can I scroll it up if you want to see it again?
Yes, sir.
See. So this map has taken every name. It has passed every value one by one to the function. Whatever the output is, whether it's true or false, it has stored it into a list kind of a format and process the same. Are you guys with me?
So
Yes.
it takes every element as a list.
No, it will take every element. So this function has a capability to work on every element individually, the thing that we have seen.
Okay.
Now it will abide with the protocols of the function. It will take every element from the list, puts it into the function, again stores it in a form of a true and false in the list and returns to us. So it will not pass as a list, it will pass as a every individual element,
So one at a time, you mean to say?
one at a time. Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, it always gives in the true and false, right? Output.
No,
Its
no, no, no.
output is always
It-
comes in true and
No, no,
false.
no, no. The thing is the way how you work.
Okay.
So this is the function how. So in subsequent functions, I will not use this true and false. I'll make some other function. So it depends what are you trying to do in this.
Okay.
So if I'll say
So can you please scroll a little bit up?
Yeah.
More, sir. So when you started the notebook, sir, you have written something. I want to see what. Okay.
Sir, if we have to
Great, sir.
print the name where it is true value, then what will be the code?
sorry, come again.
Sir, like we have taken the list names and we have given it as an input. And now we are getting true and false as a value output. But we want to print the name where it is true. So then how can it will be?
Okay, thank you.
Coded?
So yeah, you can say amend it. You'll say if
So I think we have to write it about.
something like this. I don't know what. Okay. If return s is equal to h, then you will say, I don't know why it is not coming as. You say can say you can modify it. You'll say print s, something like this, and Okay, return.
So actually, return will
The return is inside that.
control will be not in the hand. So we have to write the if condition above
If
return.
S0 is equal to H,
Yes, correct.
Yeah, sure. We'll say if S0 equal to H, then we'll say return S.
No, so then we will print only.
Yeah, both. So the thing is like this. If I'll say like this, I'll say print S, or I'll say return S. So I'll try with both one by one. So initially, first I'll try with the print. So now this is the thing. But this actually function is not a thing of. So this is giving the output, but you see, this is giving the output, but this is not. It is the way it is being stored is none. So this is the thing which I actually want to tell you. So the thing is like this.
So
Yeah. See here. That is the thing which I have been telling you. So if I say return here, okay, let me, okay. So just give me a second, guys. So let me not touch this function because this will come in your recordings. I will write it again. Just give me a second. Okay, guys, so let me rewrite the function for your understanding. I'll say if S0 equal to H, then I'll say print S, and second is return S.
So we don't need this return as.
Yeah. So I've been just telling you with both the ways how the map will be working here. Yeah.
Yes.
So first I start with the print S. I name it as begin 2, let's example. And I'll say begin 2 here. Okay, now you will see, if I'll say ABC, this is a map object, and I'll say list ABC. This is printing Harshal and Harshda, whatever the name is. But in the list, it is saying none. Okay. Now let me tell you the second one. You see the difference. Now it is saying none, Harshal, Harshda. Earlier, it was not returning in a list kind of a format, but it is returning when I be using a map. It is saying none, and none. There are two reasons to it. So one of the reason will be automatically explained when I'll explain the filter function. So the thing is, whenever anything is being applied to each and every element of a list, then only we use map. So here, if I'll say return S, this means if it is not H not starting with H, then it will return none. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it will
Yes.
say none, Harshal and Harshda. But in this scenario, when I say print does not have capability to return anything. Are you with me?
yes, sir.
So the thing is, the thing that we need to remember is, whenever we use map function, this means the definition itself says that map is used when a function needs to be applied on every element of a list. Okay. So the output that you will be getting is equivalent to the number of elements in a iterable. So it's not a list, it's actually iterable. List is a iterable. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir. So
If-
I have one doubt.
Yeah.
Regarding the print function, print function doesn't return. So I think print function returns the thing which it is printing.
No. So there's a difference like between print and return.
So,
So print
like we
is-
can replace the s in return function with the print s. So it will work the same way, right?
So come again. What do you want
So
me to do?
we will replace the s in return function with the print s. So it will give the same output, right?
So you're saying like this?
No. We will copy the print whole of this line.
Yeah. Then it will, because it is.
Yes.
Yeah. So the thing is, so then it will give. Okay. Then it will work. The thing is, then it will work. The thing is, yeah. The thing is, when I say return like this, the difference is return actually returns a value when something is there or something is not there. Print only returns the value if the condition is true. Gives the value. Print does not return. Print gives the value when it is true. Else it will
Yes.
not print. And if it will not print, the number of elements in the input are not equal to the number of elements in the output, and it will not work.
Yes. So it will give none.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, apart from map, can we also use args also in this same question?
No.
Same
No. Args we cannot. Args is a thing that you can use if in a single kind of a thing you are passing 2 elements, 3 elements, 4 elements, but it will not work on a element of iterable. That is a list.
Okay. But sir, in a list we want to iterate, like here we have 4 elements, so we want to iterate all the 4 elements. So we don't know while passing whether the list has 4 elements or 5 elements. So why can't we use args? Because args also is a variable argument
So
function.
it is a variable argument. So as I mentioned you, list itself is an iterable. List itself is an iterable. So it works fine if you use args and you pass 2 elements like Harshita and Sheetal, whatever we have been passing. So it will work fine. But when it needs to be applied on a particular iterable, which itself stores a different kind of elements, then this map has an capability. Once we go with the 4 loops, then this thing will be clear. So
Okay.
so will you be able to access the 2 iterables, the 2 values, the Harshita and the thing, if these are being passed as 2 arguments only, 2 values only? The list is considered as a single argument.
Yes,
And when
yes.
it is,
Correct. That's
yeah.
all, yes. Okay. Thank you, sir.
So are you guys with
Sir?
me? Yeah.
Yes.
When we use a print as, then we got the output as Harshal and Harshada with one list which is having 4 none. So how we got that output? Because we are not printing any list, no?
No, so if I'll say, just give me what happened. Begin to print as, okay, sorry. Now it will say none. Okay. Why? The value that is being returned as Harshal and Harshita, you see here. So these are
That are
printed.
the outputs of print. Okay,
That is the
and
output of print.
below are the list.
Which-
Okay,
List, which the list does not have anything within it.
okay.
But ideally it should be none Harshal Harshita, which will come with the help of return.
Sir,
Yeah.
when we were using return S0 is equal to H, then also it was giving none.
So this one.
Yes, without if.
Okay, just give me a second.
So begin one, we can take.
Okay, begin one function you say.
Yes, we can take begin one.
Okay, let me type it. Return S0 equal to H. This one? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So now it will give the true false kind of a thing is this one.
Okay, sir.
It will not give none because it itself means if it is okay, then it will say true. If it's not okay, then it will say false. Boolean kind of a thing. The return throws in out.
So then why earlier programs are the one the function was working correctly, the output was none in all the 4 cases?
I didn't get you, but was like for which
Like
function
in
you're talking?
earlier, sir, earlier when we were getting none, and output was Harshal and Harshita, then why output was all 4 none, 4 times none? It should be like none, and then the name of tool
No.
H.
So yeah, that is a thing that is coming when it is through return, but when it's a print, so it is printing, but as a output, the map object is not able to get an output. That is through an, so it is printing, but map is not working in that scenario.
Okay, sir.
So let me see. So if I'll say instead of this, if I'll say, so even I have been trying it for the first time. So I'll say names equal to so this. I'll say this is a tuple. Now if I'll say now also it's working. So this means that it works on iterable, which means either it's a list, tuple, or any other iterable that we know. It works on all these functions. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now if I'll say I'll again take this, I'll paste this, and I'll say
So what we are doing?
yeah, so I've been trying to convert this function into lambda s, then the condition is S0 equal to H. Okay, and what I'll say here is map this function on names. So now this begin function, which was earlier being written as like this, I have converted into a lambda function. Lambda s 0 equal to H. This it simply means this is the same function. I have converted into a lambda. What is the benefit of lambda? It converts every, okay, anybody tell me what is the benefit of lambda?
So we can convert a whole function into a single line.
Yeah, we can convert function into a simpler single line function.
Like inline function. It
inline function. Yeah, inline. Yeah, inline means in one line itself. Okay. So this means we convert into a inline function. So here I said lambda s. The name is, the argument is same. Argument is same. S is the thing that will come here. S0 is equal to if S0 is equal to H, then it is being mapped and applied to the names. So if I'll make this function, these three values, sorry, clear one. Hash, hash, hash. So these three are being replaced by a single this line. If I'll say, and if I'll say like this, if I'll say this will be the same. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Anybody any doubt?
No.
Okay, guys. Okay, guys. So the thing is now, the another function that we will cover is a whatever filter apply or whatever you guys. So filter is more similar to map. The filter has a capability to filter the values around. So if I'll say filter is again a function that so have you worked on a filter in Excel?
Yes, yes.
No, sir.
Okay, if I say that I need to guys, please put yourself on mute. Yeah, so the thing is, if I'll say I'll take a value, say we'll open an Excel, this Excel, I'll write some names. Say Ashita, Himanshu, Sheetal, and say Akash. So if I'll say, and I'll say here so it will show me the values. It will filter out the values meeting the certain or specified condition. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now here as well. So the original values were 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But how many we want to? How many values came as output? Are 2 only. Okay. So it is not
Sir, can you
same
please
as
show again how did you apply filter over here?
I said. Filter begins with say H.
Okay. Okay.
So original list was of 4 values or whatever the values that we have given are of 4 values. It is of 4 values. So now when we have filtered it across, it has returned 2 values out of it. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now what I will do is same is a function of filter. Filter forms a new list that contains only those elements which satisfy the condition.
So can you do it again? Like,
So let me write it down. Filter is a similar function called like that we have discussed as map. The only difference is filter forms a new new list with the values that meets the specified condition, the way that we have just seen in Excel.
Can you show it again in the Excel, please?
Yeah. Are the 4 values? I
Okay.
want the values which start with H. So I'll say begins with, and I'll say H here, and I'll say okay. So it will give me 2 values automatically. So it has been giving me 2 values basis the condition that I've applied. So it is not returning me as the values in the original list. It is returning me 2 values. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the same is the thing that this filter works on. So if I'll say like this, if I'll say, again, I use this function. Like this. And if I'll say here, filter with this, and if I'll say shift enter, and I'll say list ABC, it will give me the 2 values only. It does not have the requirement that it will give me the original values as the iterable which we have passed. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So now, again, let's example, I need to convert it into a lambda function.
So,
I'll
so
say,
the filter will return the actual element wherever it is true, right?
yeah.
It will
So
only give the true values.
true values.
Only
It will
true
only
values.
give me the true values. So I'll say filter lambda s, and I'll copy this statement. For names. I'll copy this, paste this. I'll save home. One let's example, shift enter. I'll say list ABC. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So another important function is there's a name I mentioned. What is the name I mentioned?
The map apply reduce the filter.
Reduce and apply. Yeah, reduce. Yeah. Reduce is basically a reduce. It's not a inbuilt function. We need to import it. We need to import it from a library that is fun tool. Okay, let me tell you what is library. Let me remember. Okay, before this, let me tell you how the reduce works. Reduce is basically a function that works different as compared to the above 2 functions that we have seen. It does not return a list, but it passes a single value. It reduces. So do you guys know what is map reduce in Hadoop in Hadoop environment? Map reduce.
Yeah, sir.
No, sir.
Also,
No, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So it's the same reduce. So in case anybody knows, it's the same reduce. So the function of reduce is to reduce. Map is to map, and reduce is. So if I'll say it will reduce it and take it to a single element. So I'll tell you, reduce returns a single value. Let me tell you. Now the concept has come. So it is a programming tool for processing large data with parallel distributed algorithm on cluster. So MapReduce, when coupled with HDFS, that is Hadoop based file storage, Hadoop file storage, can be used. And the map and shuffle phase is the map and shuffle phase distribute the data, and reduce phase perform the computation. So if you'll say how map and reduce work in big data. So map and reduce, map takes a set of data and convert it to another sort of data where individual elements are broken into tuples. So see here, it might show some of the important information which you guys should know actually. Map reduce is a common function. It is a processing technique that programs and it is a processing technique and a program model for distributed computing based on Java. This MapReduce algorithm contains two components, namely map and reduce. Map takes a set of data, converts into another set of data where individual elements are broken into tuples. This is map. Secondly, reduce task, which takes the output from map as an input and combine those data tuples into a smaller set of tuples. So the thing is, map distributes it in form of tuples. They perform calculations, and these calculations are grouped, reduced into a smaller set of values. Is the way how this map reduce works. So this reduce is a thing that is basically similar to this. So I'll show you how this reduce works. So it returns a single value. So let me show you. So first, let me import it. So if I'll say so it needs to be imported from somewhere, from fun tools, import reduce. Let me see. Func tools, okay. Func tools, it is func tools. Now I'll say def sum a comma b, and I'll say return a plus b. I do this, and I'll say list is equal to say ls is equal to for, I'll say reduce sum to ls. It will say 10. So the output has not come in a form of a list. You guys see how it worked. The question is how it worked.
Okay.
So
Yes, sir.
the thing is how it will work is it takes two elements at a time. So the number of arguments that we have passed, it will take those elements at a time. So in this scenario, it will take 1, 2 at a time, performs the function, that is sum, and output came as 3. Now it will, from a second iteration, it will take 3 and the third element 3 again, and performs the function, and output came as 6. Again it will take 6 and the next element, that is 4, and performs the function, and the output came as 10. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
This is the use of reduce function. It reduces the values. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir, but can you wait for a few seconds or few minutes? Sorry.
Yeah.
So we can use reduce function in multiple places,
Yeah, we can use
not
it.
only in reducing it. Whenever
Yeah.
we have to do some comparison in consecutive elements.
Yeah, you're right.
Sir,
Yeah.
what would be our requirements whenever we want to use reduce? What would be its application? Like, why would we want to use reducer?
So it has various applications. So the thing is, let's say example, you actually need to work on data. You want to apply any of the algorithm. So within these data calculations, data preparations, and many more things, you will be working on these reduce functions, where the elements that are being passed are being concatenated into a single output that is coming as a thing. So there are various applications. So once we'll cover the machine learning, the applications will come into practice.
Okay, sir.
Anybody else, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So the another function is, okay, do you want me to cover the another 2-3 functions more, if it's fine for you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll tell you the definitions. So the another functions is basically a apply function. So this apply function normally works on data frame. So this apply, so there's another range of functions, that is apply, apply map, and another range of function that we have. So let me think. Apply. So one of the function, like, there's a difference. Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I guess
Yes, sir.
there's a prompt that came on screen, but I don't know why. Are you able to see my screen?
So are you moving the cursor? Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay. So basically, I don't know why it has been signed out. Okay, so there are two functions. One is Let me write it in another line. One is apply and second is apply map. Apply and second is apply map. Actually, I'm not getting. I'll tell you the definition, but I will confirm it. On which condition each of this function will apply. So one of the function, either apply or apply map, is used when we want to apply a function to either row or column of a data frame. And another is used when we need to apply a function that is on every element of a data frame. I'll confirm this.
So second one is apply map, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. In previous class of map notes I can see and it is written, sir.
Okay.
So you have said that apply works on each column and row of data frame at the same time.
Just give me a second, guys. Sorry, yeah. So I'm writing it. So apply is used when we want to apply a function to either row or a column of a data frame. Apply map is used when we need to apply a function to
Only data frame.
to every element of data frame. Okay. So now the thing is, when we have any of the data frame, so let me take any data frame and we'll see how it can be applied. So let me create a data frame. So let first comment it. So let me say I'll create a data frame and say I'll create a dictionary, I guess, and from the dictionary I'll create a data frame. I'll take df is equal to pt dot import part as pd. Okay. pd df is equal to pd dot data frame. I'll create a colon 4. I'll say b colon 7. I'll say c. I'll say colon 3 df. This is a data frame that has been created. Now, let me see which function I can, if I can say if any value greater than 2 or 3, whatever we can use. So let me see. I'll make a simple function out here. So I'll say def ABC. I'll say A. I'll say A equal to A plus 1. And you'll say, or I'll say, okay. Or anybody knows any function that needs to be applied over the using apply, then you can tell me, because I've been firing this just at random. I'll say this.
Sir, square the value.
Okay. Just, yeah, df dot apply A. No, I'll say A dot apply. No, okay, what is, okay, ABC, sorry. So now it has, or I can square, whatever the thing is. So I've just taken it random. I'll take a right example tomorrow. Okay, I'll tomorrow cover this apply function. So the thing is, I've just taken a values at random. So I said def ABC. Now what I have done is I have taken now this, how this function will work. This function will take every column, by default it's column, I guess. Let me cover this apply function tomorrow, because I'm confused between this apply and apply map, whether it is being applied on or row by default or a column by default. I'll cover it tomorrow. So let me tell you what is the apply function. So apply function basically works when a single row or a column of a data frame needs to be applied on. So here when I pass this data frame, I made this data frame and I pass this to this apply function. Then it takes a column or row, which I'll confirm tomorrow, and it will perform this operation on that, and it will keep on iterating till the number of rows or the columns are not finished. So this is the function of apply, but I will cover it tomorrow in more detail.
Sir,
Okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
So I have one doubt, sir, that is not
Yeah, please,
related to classes. So whenever you are ending classes,
Sorry, your voice is very low to me.
sir, I have a doubt that is not related to the Python 2. So whenever you are ending the class, just bring this.
So I got it till the line you said you have a doubt which is not related to this class, but after that I didn't get you.
Okay, sir. So whenever you are ending the class, just ping me, so I will.
Yeah. You can. Yeah. Anybody else? Any doubt?
sir, regarding this apply and apply map only, I'm not able to understand, sir.
I'll cover this tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Anybody else? Any doubt?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So I was this was my first session, and I installed Anaconda. When I opened Jupyter, it opened in a Notepad file.
Yeah, it in a similar kind of a format.
Notepad file. Yes. No, this was not the format. It opened the Notepad file, and the order the code.
How did you open? So did you open like this? like this.
Yes.
And when you opened,
Yes.
it came as a notepad.
Yes.
So it came, it would have come as, okay, let me tell you. So when you open it like this, it opened in this format.
No, no. Wait, I will share
Okay.
my screen.
Okay. Then you can say you would have clicked new text file. You should say new Python 3.
But I don't have the options. Wait, I will share my screen.
I guess the screen sharing is not allowed. Even for me, I don't have the rights to. Okay, you can try sharing your screen if you can.
No, I can't. Host disabled participant screen sharing.
Yeah. So
I
Sir,
for
can't.
me,
actually, the same problem happens to me too. So I have to go to the Anaconda Navigator to open the Jupyter Notebook. It doesn't execute until the end. Over then this page is coming, sir. It only exits till the black window.
Yes.
okay, even
Yeah, it
but-
doesn't happen. So that is why I go to the Anaconda Navigator and I open the Jupyter
so
Notebook
how,
from.
how,
I
how,
launch from there.
so you call it
Search Anaconda Navigator. Yes, sir. The app I open and
Anaconda
from
Navigator, this one.
and I open it. I double click it and from there I launch a Jupyter Notebook.
Okay, let me try. The person who has doubt can also try this method. I don't know what is the problem with the
Okay.
backend. Yeah, Anaconda Navigator. Yeah, it came over the down. From here, what did you do? Create.
No, so actually I get many, Spider, IPython.
Click on
and
home.
I
Home.
guess you have to go to
Home.
home.
Home. Go to home.
Get
Home.
that, sir. Hi, yes, a home. Yes, from
Home.
here I launch Jupyter
Jupyter
Notebook.
Notebook.
Okay, this
Launch.
one.
Yes, a launch.
Yeah, so the person who has doubt can launch it with this way as well. And another way I can also tell you is instead of Jupyter, what you can do, you can simply say Spider. And you can open this app. This is also similar to the Jupyter app only. Even like if I have the option, I normally work on Spider app instead of Jupyter app. Here on my this is
Thank
on
you.
this system. Yeah, this doesn't work, so I use the.
Sir, professionals work on Spider only, right? Not Jupyter, right?
Yeah, so it depends. So when you are working more of graphical kind of a thing where you need to present the graphs along with the program which you have been making, then you work with Jupyter, else you work with Spider.
Jupyter is only for the starter for the learners.
Yeah, you can say like this.
Sir, one more doubt, sir. What is this map, apply, reduce, filter are comes in a NumPy only, right?
No. This is not NumPy. This is in general. Whenever the functions that we have covered, so whenever we need to apply this function to any of the iterable, then this is the thing. So this is not related to NumPy. NumPy and Pandas are the packages to work on data frame or numerical arrays kind of thing. These are the things. These are the applications. How do you want to apply?
Applications or functions.
Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anybody else? Any doubt?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, Prateek here. Sir,
Yep.
today was my first session. Sir, how many classes have already completed?
So we have almost completed around 7-8 classes.
So, what are the topics we have already covered? So, I will go through them.
So we have covered pandas, we have covered functions, we have covered the Python environment, we have covered the NumPy, and today we have covered a bit of NumPy 3D arrays, and like some of the inbuilt functions like reduce, filter, map, and bit of slice.
So will we be having a free session?
So you can check with the concerned person who has been allocated to you, one, and second is ideally you should go in a batch where it has been starting from base, because if you'll start from here, you will be losing on many things, many of the basics things that we have covered till now.
So there is any advanced word or just the basic Python?
No,
Like I'm comfortable with the basic Python.
If you're comfortable with the basic Python, this is the
Yes,
basic
sir.
thing.
So because I was able to understand everything.
Okay, so
There
if,
anything,
yeah, so after basic Python, you will come, you will be going to a class that is machine learning.
like I can continue with this class, right?
Yeah, if you're comfortable, you can continue. But in case I have been explaining some of the things and you're not getting, then you might need to go back and listen to the recordings.
Okay. Yes, sir. So if you are just sharing me the topics, like so I can go through them before coming to that class.
Yeah, so yeah, just write it down, the topics that
Sure,
we have
sir.
covered. One is Python environment.
Okay.
Second is pandas.
Yes, sir.
Third is NumPy.
NumPy.
Fourth is functions. And the fifth one that we have used is inbuilt functions that we are basically working, like the lambda functions or the inbuilt functions. So lambda functions are not finished, but we have been working with these at this point of time.
Sure, sir. So I will try to cover them before.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sir, in Jupyter Notebook, is there any manual kind of thing so that we'll get to know all the functions which pandas and NumPy are supporting?
Hello. Hello.
Sir, mute actually.
Hello. Hello.
Sir.
Harsha, sir is in mute.
Harsha, so you guys are like started from the beginning. Hello.
Sorry.
Your voice is not audible, Pratik, actually.
Okay. Hello. Now am I audible?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're audible.
Okay, so you guys started from the beginning.
No, I was started past 2 days only. I was also not familiar with the topic. So I think they are having some online portal kind of thing. So they are uploading all the lectures on that portal. So you can talk to their representative and he will upload all the lectures.
Can I say you one thing?
Sure, sure.
Since you already have logged in, there's a page called IIBM in the YouTube. Just subscribe it and you get all the classes which have been done previously.
Okay, yeah, I am following that.
Pratik, there is a query session on Saturday and Sunday on weekends. If you have any doubt, me too. Hello.
Hello. Yes, you are audible.
I think sir is talking.
Sir, you are not audible. Hello.
Now, hello. Your
Yes,
voice is low, sir.
very low.
But I think you can just ask it out and I'll try to write it because otherwise that will
So I don't have any more doubts for today.
Your voice is breaking, sir. We can't hear you.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. So I don't have any doubts.
There is no doubt,
Thank you,
sir,
sir.
in this session.
Sir, I'm having one doubt. Actually, if is there any helping manual is there in Jupyter Notebook so that we can study all the functions NumPy and Pandas can support, because we cannot cover all the functions here now. So
Yes, sir. Same question for me.
okay, sir.
Teacher, I would like to know if it's possible to create a group from WhatsApp or Telegram for the class. I can let my number to the other students want to make a group with me. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, teacher.
Thank you, sir.
No doubt, sir.
Yes.
Good night, sir.
Right.
Good night, sir.
Right, sir. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.